Welcome to another episode of Q Points Podcast. I am DJ Sir Daniel.
And my name is Jay Ray, sometimes known by my government as Johnny Ray Cornegay III. And Sir Daniel, we, since the start of Q Points,
Yes.
have often talked about what happened to the girl groups, right?
Mhm.
Well, there was one girl group that in the kind of later years, like the 2000s, that was
Yes.
a phenomenon. And we're going to talk
Yes.
about them.
Absolutely. I'm going to say right here in the beginning of this conversation, Danity Kane is probably the most successful girl group put together on a nationally televised game show. On a reality show, which was Making the Band. J Ray just reminded me that show is over 20 years old. And I cannot believe that much time has passed since we were introduced to Dawn, Aubrey, Dominique,
Dominique,
Jamila, all the girls, and
go ahead,
Taquita, all the girls, and of course the amazing Laurieann Gibson, all of those people that made that show good television, because not for nothing, it was great television, J Ray.
Yeah. So when we think back to contextualize this era of Making the Band, so there's kind of like pre-Diddy, there's Diddy and then there's pre-Diddy. So I think as we've mentioned on this show before, there was a version of Making the Band that was headed by Lou Pearlman. Lou Pearlman was responsible for all of the white pop boy bands, so NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, etc. Old Town. So Old Town actually, I think, came out of the first Making the Band. I think they were the band that was made, and that's a whole lot of different stories to talk about with Lou Pearlman. But I think right. But I think the interesting thing is Diddy clearly read the tea leaves of his career, and realized that one, hip hop was changing, R&B was changing, and that in order for him to remain on top, he needed to go to TV. And so then we get Making the Band. The Making the Band with Da Band, which was a wild name for a group of people that weren't a band. Da Band.
A band.
But then it was this one, though. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, if we had to rank the Making the Band franchises, this is my statement. I would say number one is Danity Kane.
Yes.
And then Da Band comes in at number two. And then I would Day 26 comes in at number three for me. As far as enjoyability of a show, that's how I would rank those three franchises.
I think that's fair.
Agree?
No, okay. I absolutely agree. What's interesting about this particular, the Danity Kane era of Making the Band, is this kind of became appointment television for me.
For sure.
Yeah, like and I had moved away from, I think, reality TV as like my primary thing. But for whatever reason, there was something about these young women coming together to form this group and not knowing what was going to come out of it. So I remember even when Danity Kane was selected, feeling like I didn't know where Diddy was going to go. You know what I mean? Because there was such a diverse mix of young women to choose from. But I absolutely agree. And this was appointment television at the time when reality TV was like really, really growing. And we were literally getting a group out of this group that was out of this show that was kind of formidable. These girls could sing.
They could actually sing. And so here's the distinction between the monster that American Idol was. Because remember, at this time, American Idol has been around for at least 4 years now, right? But what was distinctive about between Making the Band and American Idol is that they were following the contestants outside of just the actual show and the competition. Like everything became part of the show. Where they were living in a house together. They made sure that they showed every single piece of this growth of this experimental show. They wanted to show every piece of the journey to everyone. And so I also think what's so interesting is that we now know that Diddy, this show was a vehicle for him.
Yes.
And still made him a household name. But what was so diabolical, J. Ray, is that he literally only showed up like maybe in 2 parts of the show. He might do like a video call, which is very Tyra-esque, Tyra mail, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then he come in at the end, excuse me, and his entrances, it would be so ominous.
It's like, do. So Diddy's here, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he walk in, so girls, ladies, what's up? You looking a little chunky.
Wants everybody to line up right now and be ready to perform. So characteristic of Diddy. Absolutely.
It really was. And I think we get the opportunity to see this group get selected. And so the season finale of kind of Danity Kane's season is when they pick the group, right? And first out the gate, who became like a star of the show was Aubrey, right? So Aubrey is the first name out the hat, which was not surprising to me because she became kind of a central figure of the show. She became a breakout star of the show. And quite frankly, I actually thought that she was going to do a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I think she was really poised to. But yeah, so he pulls her name out, and then we get the other girls that he selects. But I remember specifically Aubrey O'Day sticking out among these young ladies. Like, she was almost a shoo-in.
Totally. And so before we go any further with that, we would be remiss if we did not remember that there were 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Out of this, and literally everybody was sent home at the end of the first season.
Yep.
And everybody was just completely dumbfounded, like, what's happening? What we just spent however many months in this house learning choreography, learning to sing together, meeting each other and learning each other's personalities. But now we're just going home.
Yeah.
Which is diabolical in itself. But to your point, and I said this off air, I really do believe that Aubrey, from the beginning, showed that she had a business acumen before, when she came into the competition, that none of the other girls had.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she was kind of, she was
the sex symbol,
Yeah.
She fit the brand of that era of white girl.
She did, but she wasn't giving, and to her credit, she wasn't giving white girl trying to be black.
She wasn't.
Or trying to have that kind of effect.
Yeah. So I think what's interesting, and I'm glad you mentioned kind of the Danity Kane piece kind of broken out into 2 seasons. One of the things I think is the most interesting, because here's what we're seeing now. So as of the time of us recording this, there is another Danity Kane reunion. There have been 3. This is the 3rd. And seeing the crowd's reaction to them had us off air as we were preparing for this, really thinking through, like, what is it? And I truly do believe, Sir Daniel, that us watching these women go through this process developed like a relationship with them. So no matter what version of Danity Kane people get to see, they are in. The audience is in because they're just in for their girls being on stage together. And we got to watch them record all of these songs on the show, too.
We got to watch them record these songs, these classics. We got to see them learn dance routines.
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think we all realize that doom 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 doom
Right.
doom 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 doom. That song actually, who did that belong to?
Oh,
Was that Sherry? Was that Sherry Dennis? It was another bad boy artist that song actually.
It might have been Sherry Dennis.
But we knew it immediately because we heard that beat ad nauseum when it came time for dance comp. Oh, it's my body. We knew those songs down pat. And so when it came time for them to be a fully realized group with an actual album to their credit, absolutely, it makes total sense. So when I see the reunion footage, these girls never not have a sold out show.
Right.
The shows are packed. There are people buying their records and going to see them. It just makes sense. We're talking about a group that has sold 1.5 million records worldwide. Or no, in the US, excuse me. 3 albums to their name, self-titled, Welcome to the Dollhouse, and DK3. Excuse me. It just rutabaga. It just makes total sense that the audience that has literally grown up with them, just like we said at the beginning, that show is 20 years old. 20 years old. So think about it. You're what, maybe 13, 15?
Yeah.
Watching the show, you're almost about to be 40. You grew up with those girls.
You know, this brings up a question. Now, Sir Daniel, and I'm curious to know where you land on this. Assembling a group is not a new phenomenon. That happens all the time in music. So many of the groups that we love, bands that we love, have been assembled bands. But because this group was assembled on TV, how do you like, are they a real group? Is Danity Kane a real group? You know what I mean? Like, what does that look like? I don't know. I just thought about that.
I think they are a real group because they've done, aside from the music part of it, going in and recording albums, practicing for their stage performances, the photography, the touring, and then getting taken advantage of by the music industry.
My God.
Being broke
at
times, disbanding, coming back together, whether it was 3 or whether it was 5. All of those things are hallmarks of being a real group. So I say yes, they are absolutely a real group.
You are absolutely right. And it's so funny. This makes me think of when you were talking about like their 3 albums. Let me tell you something. Damaged by Danity Kane. I don't care when that song comes on. That song is a bop all day.
Do you?
Listen. Jams galore. But and I'm curious to know the thing either Danity Kane related or otherwise related to making the band that you remember most. But I will tell you, when I was doing research for this, because I hadn't listened to the first Danity Kane record in, a long time. It's a 20-year-old record now. But I remembered when I read the title, Sleep on It, I could not get out of my head watching that show and watching Dawn Richard in that studio being badgered to get this right. And it was these dudes, it was everything about these dudes that was just flummoxing her, but not her. It was what it was being required of her from the producer, right? And it's just a moment that I'm like, man, Sleep on It and these dudes. I know Dawn was going through it.
So for me, one of the aside from the choreography moments, one moment that always sticks out to me is when they were truly blessed to have this when they would have those vocal coach sessions with Betty Wright, who is a friggin' icon.
Absolutely.
Okay, is an icon. They did the thing when they got Betty Wright to be their vocal coach. But there was one episode in particular where Aubrey was getting frustrated. Was it Aubrey or was it Shannon? It was one of the two of them. Was getting not frustrated, but Betty wasn't feeling it from them.
I think I can see it, right, because it was.
She wasn't feeling it from their undergird. She wasn't feeling it, and they were singing this one line over and over. I love you forever.
I would never. And then forever.
And they had to sing it in harmony. They had to sing it solo. They had to sing it in rounds. And let me tell you something. I would be sitting watching that show in tears. Because now I have an earworm of I love you forever. And Betty Wright sitting there with a drumstick and one snare like pow, pow, pow. Come on, I need to feel it. I need to feel it. Those are the things that endeared us to them.
Yes. Oh my God. When we take a look at Danity Kane as a group and their impact, because I think that's the other thing that we forget, is that they actually they had hit songs. These records were hits, and their audiences were huge fans of these records. I'm wondering what you think the lasting legacy of this group is.
I think their legacy is that yes, you can be put together, you can be you can be put together, manufactured, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, there comes a time that you assume the identity of said group.
Yeah.
That identity becomes a part of you. Mm-hmm. And I think that they showed that regardless of how you're brought together, once you gel as a group and that chemistry is undeniable, regardless of how you all got together, you can still be a group that has something to contribute to the industry, to the arts. It doesn't matter how you come together, but once you use those experiences and you actually build and grow together, like I think so the legacy then is there has to be uniformity, there has to be practice, there has to be rehearsal in person.
Yeah.
I know we're in a virtual kind of world these days, a digital world where people want to, I'm gonna put my verse on the phone and drop it to you, airdrop it to you. None of that stuff. They showed that even if you are a manufactured group, if you put in the hard work and use the processes of olden days, you can be considered. You can solidify yourselves as a legendary group.
Yeah,
you can have a career that people will be talking about, like Q Points 20 years later.
That's so dope, because when you think about it, and girl groups are so important to music history, particularly Black music, right? Like girl groups mean something, those harmonies, that connection, those dance moves, etc. As we talk about groups like Destiny's Child and SWV and En Vogue, right? You still put Danity Kane there, and Danity Kane is one of that era. They are one of the last girl groups to be like a big hit. They might be the last if we really look back on the history. I haven't researched it. I know y'all gonna let us know in the comments.
Look, we know y'all liked y'all Fifth Harmony and all that other stuff, but they just weren't around long enough. I'm sorry.
It's a different kind of group. And I guess people could say the Pussycat Dolls, but were those other girls even singing? Except that one girl. She let us know.
She Ooh, every time I think about it, it cracks me up. Melanie let Nicole Scherzinger, I think, is that her name?
Scherzinger?
Nicole Scherzinger, know that my mic is on. And you are going to, I know I'm about to get a pink slip after this, but y'all are going to know that my mic was
Baby,
on.
what did she do?
It can be on. She did a oh in front of everybody. And Nicole was so heated.
Oh my God. The look on her face was amazing. But
she could have melted. But anyway, go ahead.
But yes, Danity Kane gets said along with all these other names, right? And holds their own. And it does make me a little bit nostalgic for these kind of competition shows. Because now, of course, we still have like The Voice and like the X Factor. What's the one? America's Got Talent. But this is different. To your point, this was like, no, we are putting together a group. And it does make me a little bit nostalgic, even though the music industry it wouldn't respond to that. It's like, no. How many followers does that girl have? You know what I mean?
Which girl?
No, I'm just saying, no, that would be something the music industry would ask.
Yeah.
Like, how many followers
want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I was looking at your Instagram. First of all, it took me a long time to find it, so I need to work on that. How many followers do you have?
I know you can sing and everything.
1,000. Okay.
1,000. Sorry, baby.
Yeah.
But I do adore Danity Kane. I have a soft spot for Dawn Richard. And I feel like she has made the most. She's made the most consistent music. She's got the most consistent music career out of all the girls. And has just been killing it for like a really long time on the independent side. So she's not only a performer, but she's also a business person, and she definitely wants people to know that, hey, I'm running this thing myself. And but listen, we wouldn't have a Dawn and we wouldn't have that creation without this group. So
right, the same way I gave Aubrey her props for her business acumen, we knew off the bat that Dawn was a complete artist when she came on the scene. I mean, quick to write, quick to pick up choreography, everything.
Yep.
So yeah, Dawn Richard has truly led the way in creating her own path in this as an artist. And shout out to Shannon, because Aubrey and Shannon had
Dumb Blonde was hot.
Dumb Blondes, which is very successful.
Yep.
And Dee Woods, of course, is an actress.
Yep.
We've all seen Dee Woods in TVs or a stage play near you. So shout out to them.
Yeah, we wanted to spend some time, y'all, just kind of bigging these women up, but also celebrating the fact that this show happened, and it is lightning in a bottle. I don't know that we could ever do this thing again with Sister Laurieann.
Listen, the sixth member of Danity Kane is Laurieann Gibson. Yes. Laurieann Gibson, not for nothing, probably the breakout star of making the band.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, that's real. I know I said Aubrey, but Laurieann was definitely like a character unto her. You were waiting for her to, what is she going to say? What is it, like this? Like this?
It's this. It's not, it's too much.
Love Laurieann. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into Q Points as always. Let us know your favorite making the band moment, particularly from the Danity Kane seasons. But if it's from another season, let us know. I know y'all going to talk about them going up to get that cheesecake in the band season. But
let them fight.
Let them fight.
Yeah, damn right, I'm tight.
It's a different time. But subscribe if you can see our faces and hear our voices. Subscribe, tell your friends, family, colleagues. If you love Q Points, chances are they will love Q Points as well. Visit our website at qpoints.com. We got a whole bunch of freshness over there, including our entire archive of episodes. And you can check us out on Substack. We got a ton of stuff over there. Shop our store. Help your brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Keeping these Q Points lights on at store.qpoints.com. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all.
It's like I say, in this life, you have a choice. You can either pick up the needle or you can let the record play. I'm DJ Sir Daniel.
My name is J. Ray, y'all.
And this is Q Points Podcast, dropping the needle on Black music history. We will see you on the next go round. On the 1 and the 2, not...
Peace, y'all.